you know, all that different stuff like that. My daughter came from having. She came from having since she was younger. They didn't want for literally nothing growing up. They had everything. When I said love, they had everything. That's why she the beautiful being that she is. And her clients, anytime that I come up to her salon, it's like, oh, you have the most beautiful daughter. You did well with her. But you trying to paint a picture like she this delusional baby mama. Number one, she's not a baby mama, sweetie. She's a mother. She's a mother that takes damn good care of her kids. She's a mother. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to continuously feed on this, and prayerfully you don't keep on posting your videos, because if you keep posting, I'm going to have a clap back. I said, I'm not really, you know, I'm not really trying to expose you like you could be exposed, but I'm trying to keep it clean. Wait, baby. Hi. I'm trying to keep it clean. But every day you love an audience. You love hearing yourself speak. You love an audience. But it's okay. Get a podcast. Talk about the flying CEO. Get a podcast. Get a podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make some money, but don't try to get some money off of bashing my daughter, that's not what we're doing. Because if I gotta get in contact with YouTube, the Shade Room, and whomever else, I sit down and do an interview. And I will shed a lot on a whole bunch of stuff and expose a lot of stuff. So if I was you, silence is golden. Just let the courts deal with it. Y'all going to court next month? Let the courts deal with it. She has an attorney. You know what I'm saying? You've been arrested on day before yesterday and released. You know, then immediately, I want the boys today. Meet here and meet there. No, we're not doing no demands. And she politely responded. You still not going by the court order that they said that you get them July 1st until the 31st. You always try to be in control and want things to go your way, sweetie. It don't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. You know, but God bless you. I keep on saying that I'm not going to keep speaking on this, but God bless you. But if you keep doing your reports and I mean your postings, I'm going to repost every one. I promise you. I'm gonna respond to every post that you make and hashtag. And like I said, I will literally, hear me good, I will literally sit down and have an interview. Whomever I got to get in contact with, I will literally sit down and expose everything.
Weird.
But
weird.
I'm trying to play it cool, you know, and try to do it the right way. And you know what I'm saying? If my daughter responds, I told her, tell your side of the story. Tell your side of the story. Don't be ashamed of anything. Tell your side of the story. Like you took the car. God blessed her with a 2025 Mercedes. She have somewhere nice to live. Everything. The kids doesn't want for anything or whatever. But you have all that. You have the house and you got your new car, finally, truck, whatever it is. So be happy with that. Be happy for her. Just be happy for her and move on. It's not the end of life. You will find somebody else that's beautiful like her, that's driven like her. Well, on second thoughts, you may not. But anywho, just twin, stop. Just stop. Like I said, it took a lot for me to get on here, but I see what you mean, because as a matter of fact, I'm kind of stage shy, but I like this too, talking live or whatever. So you get a little confidence after a while. So you like to hear yourself speak, because right now I'm liking what I'm hearing. But anywho, had to throw that in there. But anywho, just keep it short and sweet. Okay? And As far as singing kumbaya with you, that'll never happen or whatever. But hopefully they gonna grow up and they gonna see a lot of stuff, because stuff on social media and on these platforms and this and that, it doesn't go away. So they gonna see you for who you really are. They not gonna stay small forever. They not gonna stay small forever. But I'm about to end on this note because I got some a couple of tests coming up, and end of my semester or whatever, and I'm trying to stay positive. But I had to come on here and share my part of the story because you mentioned me, so now we have a problem. But I'm still not gonna say nothing bad about you or whatever.
Hey, what it do? What's up?
Hey,
Who am I speaking with?
this is Lexi.
Lexi.
Lexus, like the car.
Lexus. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Lexus that drives a Benz? That's funny.
funny.
Okay, so check this out. Shout out to Lexus. Lexus is the woman in question in this video. And I'm going to tell y'all how we got here. So we came across her baby daddy's video. And he put out basically said some egregious stuff about her, and has TikTok in an uproar. Like
Mhm.
women in the comments saying, "Oh, all the good men get bad women," and all this.
I would love to have you as my baby daddy.
Yeah, you seen them, huh?
I seen some of them.
Mm. All right. So Lexus is a hairstylist. She perfects in HD middle part 613 with I just play. I don't know what you specialize in, but she's a hairstylist and she does well for herself. But she was a. I'm gonna have you clear this up because he said you were his fiance for 10 years.
We were in a relationship for 10 years. I was his fiance for 5 years.
Okay. So yeah, I was in a relationship for 10 years. You was a fiance for 5 years. You have a 4 year old and 6 year old.
A 5-year-old and about to be 9-year-old next month.
5 and 9. Okay.
Hmm.
So eventually he popped the question and was willing to marry you. Well, no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say willing. He was proud to marry you. But y'all never got married. Why not?
Honestly, if I'm being real, when he proposed to me, my grandmother had just died like some months before, and she loves him. But after he proposed to me, she came to me in my dream, and she had all black on, and she was like, "Do not marry twins." And she was saying it like over and over again, and I was like running, chasing after her, like, "Why, why?" So it was just something that, because I'm a big person that believes in signs. I think everything a dang on sign. So I'm just like, she said that for a reason. So it was like every time it'll come up, like he'll like start planning the wedding and this, that, and the third. I wouldn't, because it was already like so much going on within the relationship. But then that dream alone just made me feel like she was kind of guiding me in a way not to go forward with it.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to your mom for coming out in your defense. What do you have to say about your mom's video in response? Did you watch the entire video?
Yeah, I watched the video. A lot of what she was saying, that's just because she's been here witnessing it like firsthand, and she lives with me, so she see like And she's kind of the one that directs me, like, okay, no, you need to call the police, because I'm not, where we come from, you don't call the police, you don't do all that. So I'm not, that's not my first response, is to call the police on nobody. So it went on so long to where my mama is like questioning my safety. She's like, you have to make a paper trail. People lose their life behind this. This is not a situation to where you should take lightly. I know you think like he wouldn't do nothing to you, this, that, and the third, but this is not a sane person. So, you know, with her just seeing everything firsthand and him continuously feeling like, okay, he know I'm chill, like I'm cooler than a cucumber. He know that. So for him to just feel like, you know, yeah, I could pull up to your house, what you gonna do? Or I sit outside your house, what you gonna do? Or pull up to my job, sit outside my job, what am I gonna do? It got to a point like, okay, I'm gonna start calling the police. I am gonna make a paper trail because this is getting out of hand and you do keep getting away with it. So we do have to go the police route.
So he also mentioned sitting outside of your house for, I believe, 3 to 5 hours or something of that nature with your kids. And he said he was, that you were not home or you were home. It wasn't very clear about the situation, but
So that's happened a lot of times. So I don't know which time you're talking about, but pretty much any time he will make it to where, first and foremost, we got to be clear. First and foremost, we have a court order to exchange the kids at the school. And due to the history of like stalking, harassment, all that, I made it very clear in court that I did not want him to know my address, and we would not be doing any swaps at my house. As soon as I moved, he started coming to my house. I still don't know to this day how he knows where I stay. But the court order was always to make the exchange at the school. He refuses to go to the school. He said he only feel comfortable dropping them off to their door. He don't want them coming from one car to another. He wants them to walk up directly to their door. So there's been numerous times to where he hurry up and pick the kids up from school, even on his days that it's not his designated days. He picks them up from school, and then he comes to my house. He does not text and say, hey, we're here or anything. He'll sit there, and I'll get off from work, or maybe I'm leaving dinner or whatever, and I pull up to my house, and he's been sitting there, and then my kids get in the car with me, and they're like, Mommy, we've been waiting on you for hours. How y'all been waiting on me for hours, and this man ain't told me he at my house? So it was been so many instincts of that to where he just sitting outside my house for hours because he want to peep the scene or see, you know, the guy was in at the time. He peeping and cruising all on the back streets trying to see. He followed us one time. Like, if this is about the kids, why don't you meet me at the school, the designated location, and exchange the kids and let me go on about my day? I don't ever go to this man's house. I don't be at his house. I don't make no exchange with kids, like bring the kids like, oh, we are here at your house and we're waiting hours. I don't do that.
yeah. So, did you shared some posts, but you took them down? Did you take them down? Did you take them?
No, I haven't taken them down. Yeah, I'm gonna take them down though.
Do you want to share those posts?
So I was really just reacting to his videos. One video in particular, he had called the police. Well, we actually both called the police, and we were in my salon. Most of our altercations, even the ones he posts, is either at my salon or at my house, which is like, how, if the court order is for the school, how are we always, you know, at my personal location? But we've never had an altercation at his house. I've never been somewhere I'm not supposed to be. It's always him being somewhere he's not supposed to be. So that time in particular, February the 15th, he decides, well, prior to that, hold on, rewind. Prior to that, I believe it was in January, because his birthday is like January 29th. So he was trying to take the kids out the country for his birthday. So I made him aware, like, no, you're not in the middle of the school year like this. They've already missed 31 days of school, because also when they're with him, he doesn't get up on Mondays after his weekend and take them to school. So most Mondays they miss. I have records of this and everything. They've missed 31 days of school. So I'm like, no, you're not taking them out of town, and they've already missed so much of school. And he like, well, when is spring break? It was March, like the first week of March or something. He like, all right, I'll take them then. That's the last conversation we had in January. February 14th, he calls me like, hey, pack the boys' clothes for 4 days. I'm going to bring them back on Monday. I'm like, okay, cool. Monday comes and the school calls and say the kids aren't at school. The same recording I get every Monday. So I'm like, oh, here he go. He didn't take them to school on Monday. So I contact the after school program to let them know they don't have to go get the boys. And this is also a regular thing for her. So she was like, oh, he's not bringing them again today. I'm like, I guess. So then I happened to talk to my best friend later on in the day, and she like, I'm like, girl, he didn't take my kids to school again. She like, your kids in Florida. I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, your kids is in Florida. I seen on Instagram. So then he lets the daycare know that they'll be missing school for a week. So now we're already at 31 days of missed school, and you decided to take them to Florida 2 weeks before spring break.
So that
So
was
then,
when the situation where where y'all was talking to police and you was like, then
that
he
was the
decided.
following week. That was the following week. So once his week came up again, he popped up like, hey, I'm here to get the boys. And I'm like, no, until you learn how to get them to school, you're not here to get the boys, because what's happening is I'm getting the written truancy, and I've talked to the principal already about it. Even though they are in your possession, I am primary custody. So they're like, you still have to appear in court for their attendance. Even though we know dad has the kids, you're the one still held liable for them. So once that happened, I'm like, no, you're not taking them. Anytime I've letting him take these kids freely, but you just took him to Florida for a week, and they just missed a week of school. On top of our oldest son is falling behind in school because he's constantly missing school, not making up his work. And then when I ask you about the work, oh, he didn't have no work. How he didn't have no work and he missing every Monday? So that was when we called the police, because, yes, I was refusing to give him the kids because he had just taken the kids to Florida for a week without my acknowledgement and also on my designated days. So that's when the police are like, we don't have anything to do with this. You have to take him back to court if you want him to, like, take them to school. And that's what I did. That's why I have an attorney now.
So, and well, I don't know if we can speak too much on court, but and do you think that this will make a difference with all the information that is being shared? Because, like, from what he shared, I mean, he kind of made you look bad.
Yeah, he made it like I'm bad, I'm bitter, I still want him, and he could just upload maybe one text message. Please upload just at least one text message of me wanting to resume a relationship, telling you I want to be with you, I want to sleep with you, anything. I have text messages for years of this being the case. On his end of constantly, or anybody I date, he texted me their first and last name and address. Like, who are you threatening? You know they name and address, now what? Now what does that mean?
So when he said that he got your boyfriend at the time of whatever situation this was, he said that he was a murderer and all this stuff, and he got the information from him. That wasn't just a concerned father. You're saying that he was stalking
Yes,
and
he was
going.
stalking. He also made up fake allegations. Literally screenshotted a Houston like newspaper or something of saying a man raped woman, but he didn't even pay attention. At the end of the article, it says the state versus Greg's, and that wasn't even that man's name. So he just sent this to all his family members. Like, yeah, she got a. Well, first he was saying he was a rapist. It went from a rapist to, oh, he touched kids, to it was all these things. And every time I was like, okay, send me some paperwork that say this. That's what he sent me, is the screenshot off of Google of the state of Texas versus Greg's, and that is not this man's name.
Yeah. So, as a father listening to that, it's very concerning. Because
Yeah.
uh, when you deal with a person that's related to your kid, you have to know that they're gonna be in a relationship. So whoever they're in a relationship with, you may have some concerns, and you might want to know who that person is, but
But
he
see, this was the thing. At the time, if we started from the beginning, at the time, he was like so mad. He already had told me, like, if you leave me, you're going to be a single mom. You're going to struggle. Like, you want to be a single mom so bad. Single moms don't have help from the dad. So all that helping you with the kids, picking them up from school, that's dead. You going to have to figure it out. So that's what I was doing. I was figuring it out on my own for months. And then it just so happened, like, the guy I was dating was like, I'm watching you run yourself ragged. You going 30 minutes to Katie, picking up one kid, coming back to the shop, got the clients under the dryer, going to the other school. And he like, if you let me pick the kids up, he's going to quit his job to pick the kids up. He like, I'm telling you, I know men. I'm like, nah, it's okay. You know, I did that for about 3 months until I finally did let him pick the kids up and drop them off to the shop. And then all of a sudden, the great active dad wanted to come in the picture and start picking them up. Prior to that, I couldn't get him to pick them up. I couldn't get him to get them on his weekends, nothing. As soon as you have this man doing it, then it's like, oh, they got a dad, I could be a dad.
hmm. So pretty much that was just a chess move.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not knowing. This man is a man, so he's telling me how it goes. I'm not thinking nothing of it. But when I was like, wow, it just took for you to pick him up, and all of a sudden, he got time. You're right. He is ready to pick him up every single day and help me out.
Mm. So the grocery situation. I mean that's the man around the kids. We'll touch back on that in a later conversation because yeah. But the grocery situation where he said he buys all the groceries and he was taking and bringing groceries in, and your mom, I believe she said he was just only bringing those in just as court was coming up.
Yeah. So he's very strategic. He's very calculated. He gonna make sure it look good. So prior to me filing for child support, he was not providing for the boys. He wasn't picking them up. He wasn't doing anything. I was doing everything on my own. When he received the child support paperwork in the mail, he sent me a screenshot of it and was like, bet. From there on, I guess he consulted with an attorney, whatever. So he was like, oh, I'm getting the boys on the weekend now. I'm thinking he wants to just be a good dad to his kids. I'm thinking nothing of it. He started getting them on the weekends. Then he started sending exactly $100 worth of groceries. Mind you, I have 2 growing boys. $100 worth of groceries a month to my house. I'm like, okay, he finally, stepping up. So when we got to court, he was like, oh, we share custody. I get the boys Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and she get them the other days. So, it's joint, and I send groceries every month, and I don't have a job. So I'm really doing more than expected because I don't have a job, and I'm doing all this. One, he's lying. He had a job. He does trucking. 2, the boys eat way more than $100. We spend $100 just for one meal in a night. So you send $100 for a month and thinking that's supposed to feed 2 children. And then 2, he was like he was getting them. So I'm like, damn, that's why he started getting them, because when we went to court, he made it look like everything is shared down the middle. So he right. He did win because they like, okay, he's providing for the kids, he's sending groceries, and he's getting the kids every weekend. So, he is doing his job. As soon as he won that in court, do you think he continued to send groceries? Do you think he continued to get the kids?
Mm.
He made it look good for court. The last time he sent groceries to my house was in December. If we was going based on that, my kids would probably not live today. They would not be alive.
Well, so pretty much this whole situation has turned into, you know, there's his side, her side, and somewhere in the middle there's the truth. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm not calling you a liar or anything like that. I just don't know. I'm just hearing your side. I heard he is. We heard he. I'm telling you, he was captivating in the video
No, I know.
evidence. The
But if
video.
I'm so bitter and mad because I want to be with him, please just upload one receipt of me mad. I'm telling you, I didn't upload it at least 10. And now somebody is flagging, and I wonder who that is, flagging my text messages, so it's getting taken down. But at least 10, every single text message. Oh, what nigga you fucking with? Or, I mean, ooh, I'm sorry. What guy you messing with? Or what are you doing? Or calling my friends. Do y'all know where she at? Is she in New York or what? If you have the kids, why are you calling wondering what state I'm in? If it's just about the kids and you just worried about the kids, why are you worried about who I'm with? Why are you sitting outside the house in the back street to see when I turn in so you can follow me in my apartment? If it's about the kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like we've been bamboozled a little bit, but you know.
No, at first I was just laughing. I'm not going to lie, I was laughing because I do know he has mental illness. So I'm like, oh my God, he's really starting to believe this stuff. But then he was taking it too far. It was like a video. This one had me hot to where I was really about to make a video, but I was like, girl, shut up. But it was some video to where he recording me, and I'm calling the police because he, showed up to the after-school program, got the kids, made a scene, only for him to text and say, oh, my bad, it was a mix-up. I'm about to drop the kids off. But he ain't post all that. I posted the other side of it. He posted the video of me calling the police outside the kids' after-school program. And he's like, oh, God, like basically antagonizing me, but y'all don't know that because y'all just looking from his point of view of the video. Oh, guys, tell mommy y'all love her. Say bye, mommy, bye. After he just snatched the kids out of my arm. You're not supposed to be here. It's not your day. So you're recording that side of it. Tell mommy y'all love her. Say bye, mommy, bye.
You mind if
So
I
I'm
show
calling
that
the
so
police.
we can put context to the situation?
Show it.
While I do that, kill the hair. Sounds very violent. What is to kill the hair?
Well, I was like in the beginning of Instagram times, I was trying to be hair weave killer on Instagram, and it wasn't available, so I'm just playing with names, and I put kill the hair, and it was approved, so I was like, okay, but I'm not thinking nothing of the name, and then pretty much anywhere I went, people was just like, kill the hair, so that became my brand because people just called me that name based on like trying to find an Instagram name.
Oh, okay. I was like, kill the hair. Yeah, whatever she did, whatever he say she did, and she over here murdering her. Okay. So, for context, this is the situation that we saw Lexus standing outside the car on his video. Am I correct?
Yeah. The part where he's saying, tell mommy I love her.
Yeah.
That.
Okay, so this is how this is all played out. So just check it out. So that was you out there calling the police because
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
So what he's basically saying is that let's read this note. What is this text message right here that's on the screen?
The text message is 2 hours after this incident. So the incident, he basically shows up. I don't know if he was having like a manic episode or whatever, but he was like, he looked bad, he smelled bad, and I was like, why are you smelling like that? And he was like, come on, boys. And I was like, it's not even your day. He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, you can hear me in the video actively saying the 1st, the 3rd, and 5th. No, it's not. It's been this way for a year. All of a sudden, he going through like a crisis or whatever he going through, his manic episodes, and he, no, it's not, snatching the boys up, and the one that was already in my hand, snatching him from me and stuff, and then put him in the car, lock him in the car, pulls off. 2 hours. So that's when I call the police. Then 2 hours later, text my dad, oh, he used AI because his grammar is horrible. Oh, I sincerely apologize. It was a misunderstanding. I'll feed the boys and keep them safe and drop them off at her house. It's like another way to get to my house. It wasn't even your day. You wasn't even supposed to have them. You just made this big old scene for what? Only to apologize and bring them back to my house. 2 hours later, so that was the text message of him writing my dad talking about it was a misunderstanding.
And from your point of view, it's not his day. He's basically situation, but um,
I have texts from the after school care of, oh, Mr. Markey said he's not getting the kids. Can someone come get him?